everybody, and happy Wednesday. We are back with a very special guest for you. But first, I am Jess.
I'm Shasta.
And we are the Chicks in Charge. And I am going to welcome the CEO of Women in Automotive to the stage, Veronica Dunford.
Hi.
Veronica, hello. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
We are
So good.
Great. And we're even better now that we're talking to you. We're super excited to talk to you about all of the big things that WIA has in store right now and coming up over the next few months.
Just super quickly,
Great.
though, will you do a brief introduction for anybody who may not know you or know Women in Automotive and kind of what you guys are trying to do in the community and do in the car business?
So Women in Automotive, this is our 10th year as an organization. It's actually
Wow.
10. I know. Can you believe
So
it?
crazy.
The organization started out as a conference in 2014. I bought the company 2 years ago. So International Women's Day this year will be my second year.
That's awesome.
I'm
Super excited.
Love that.
And we got the privilege of being there whenever you took over ownership of WIA, and that was a huge moment for you.
It was amazing. The crazy thing is I had no idea there was such a thing as International Women's Day. And it was the day that we took over the company. It was great.
Cooler.
That is so
So we're doing it again this year. And ironically, we're having a WIA social in Kansas City with you two. Same thing.
Yes.
Right in Women's Month, right?
Yep. International Women's. Yep. And
International Women's Month.
The theme is actually inspiration for the luncheon. We're super excited about that and how to inspire other women.
It's going to be so much fun. So Women in Automotive is actually around and here to empower women in the automotive industry, not just for their jobs, but to give them the wings and the thought and the belief that they belong. There's no, like I always tell everyone, there is no lack of women in this industry or that want to be in this industry. There's just a lack of women that get the support to stay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're here for.
And it's so true. And it's so needed. I mean, as somebody who I feel like I was raised in this, I mean, I've been in the car business since I was 19. The lack of support that I had for so many years, especially from women, was unreal. And it's just seeing more and more of it come to light every year with an organization like yours and how it's helping women all over the country as they come into the car business to keep them in the car business and then even elevate them forward more.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I grew up in all male dominated everything. I mean, I was the only girl in football, the only girl in baseball. I raced motorcycles, jumped out of airplanes. I started out in the car business when I was 18 years old. Do not ask me how long ago that was because I'm just not going to tell you. And then I got into investment banking and then motorcycles and then just ironically landed in the car business again, all over again. And here I am. I've tried to get out. I can't. You never do. Once you're in, it's like a bug that bites you and just doesn't let you go. And it's, you know, even though it's male dominated, once you get in and you get some support, ironically, the support I got was from men, but some of the best friends I've ever made in my lifetime were women in this industry. So it's something we just need to grow and make sure that we bring more and more along with us.
100%.
It's so amazing to see what you have done with Women in Automotive, Veronica, since you have taken over and being that leader for women in the industry. You were sharing some statistics earlier with us before the call about the percentage of women that are currently in the industry and the percentage of women that stay. Do you mind sharing that again now?
Well, you know, in 2023, I'd read some studies that said there were over 2 million employees in the automotive industry as a whole. Only 26% are women.
Wow.
But if we think about where that was even just 10 years ago, was probably less than half of that. The fact that we've been able to bring it up to
it was 19.
Wow. What? Wow.
It was 19%. Yeah.
Wow. The fact that now we're at a quarter, more than a quarter, means that we're making some great progress of
We are.
bringing more women into this business. And it's just like you said, it's a bug that bites you and never leaves, or you can't leave it. You know, a lot of people that we talk to on the show say that they accidentally ended up in the car business.
They stumbled upon it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody meant to stay here.
I ended up accidentally. I mean, I was asked for a favor by a friend and then never left.
Yep.
You know, but the funny thing is, there's so many women that could be in this industry or that probably want to be in this industry. I mean, let's take a technicians, for example. Statistically, there's only 2 to 4% that are women, but how many women can fix their own cars?
Right.
I know a lot.
Probably better than half the men. I mean, when I was still riding motorcycles, I can't anymore because of an accident, unfortunately, but I could take my own motorcycle apart, fix it, do anything to it, and put it back together. You may not be able to with motorcycles today because half of them are, you know, you plug it into a device, an OBD device, and it tells you what's wrong with it. You fix it and off we go. But, you know, the thing is, most of us women grew up in an age that we knew how to fix what was wrong.
Yep.
And we could do it just as good as the boys. Our dads taught us how, or our brothers taught us how, or some of us that are older than, you know, you two, I apologize, you know, our brothers or our husbands taught us how. You know, it's one of those things where you had to know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we have more technicians that are women?
There's no reason why.
There's no reason not to.
Because they don't get the support.
Yep.
Because as a job, we don't have the folks that want us or that know how to support us. You know, I make jokes all the time because I think levity tends to make it easier on people than forcing an issue. You know, I make jokes and just tell them, you know, we're here to get the men to learn how to accept women without feeling like they have to give up their man card.
Yep.
It's that easy. The more we embrace the men into our organization and tell them that we need them so that we can move forward, I think the better off we all are. Because without the men, we're never going to change the narrative.
We have to empower the men just as much as we have to empower the women. And I think that, you know, we had talked a little bit prior to this show, you know, at one point you had some women that were very focused on only wanting a women only group. And you had to have that conversation about, hey, we have to include the men as well. We cannot move forward without that. And I think that is so huge as a leader of you to be able to say, hey, we're going to do this thing. We have to empower the men too.
Yes. Well, and I think the problem is, you know, some women are so afraid also because they've not been empowered by other women. They don't realize that it does take the men as well to change the narrative. They've just been ousted by men or felt like they were, whether they were intentionally or not. It still takes change. It's generational change. It's not intentional, I don't think, but maybe that's my naivety. That's the way everyone grew up. Well, you look back in history has to change.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or it repeats itself.
Change is the only constant.
Absolutely.
I love that.
This is very exciting stuff that we have going on. So you mentioned that there's going to be a social event in Kansas City. Do you think there will be more of those around the country in other larger markets?
Absolutely. That is our goal, and that is our business plan, actually. So ironically, Women in Automotive previously was a conference company. They did twice a year annual conferences twice a year. But on two ends of the country. So they were always in Florida and California. Mm-hmm. When I bought the company, we changed that narrative to be once a year annual conference, and it's going to be in the middle of the country. Our first conference last year was here in Dallas, where I live. Yes, I know, it was in Dallas where I live. It was not intentional. We actually did a poll to see where people would like to be.
Okay.
And this was easiest because it was smack dab in the middle of the country.
Right.
Made it a lot easier on travel for everyone. You know, and that's our intention. All of our annual conferences will be in the center of the country, somewhere between Nashville and Colorado.
Yep.
I'm sure people will see that our conference this year is in Colorado Springs.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. It is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous.
And we're so excited about that one. Next year will likely be maybe Nashville, maybe Chicago, somewhere closer that direction, but we will take a poll at the end of the conference. The one thing we don't do is we don't just make decisions one-sided. We are board-led, and we take from the voice of our membership of where people want things, how they want to do things. But anyway, back to your question, we're going to be doing once a year annual conference.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be towards the middle of the year, May, June, July-ish. But our big thing is the WIA socials, as we're calling them. Those are micro events around the country, 50 to 100 people, take it to where we can get where our membership is, where our people are, where they want us to be.
Right.
Because we need to get our initiative where everyone can make it instead of having to take time off of work and drive or fly and not be able to attend. You know, we want the majority to be able to come.
Well,
so if we can go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think this is really cool that you guys are doing this, because I feel like whenever everybody gets together at these really large events, it's the only time they see each other. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're just right down the road from me. Why don't we ever, you know, we never talk, we never see each other. And I think that these regional events are a really good way to get people that are closer together to empower each other even more in that tight-knit community where they are personally closer than just meeting once a year at the conferences.
Absolutely. And let's be honest, big conferences are expensive.
Absolutely.
I mean, our conference isn't as expensive as a lot of them, but we have to cover costs, obviously. Yep. However, you know, these micro events, they're not bad. You know, we want to be able to give content and education and a networking opportunity. So there'll be a one-day event that'll be 4 to 8 hours.
It's perfect.
All around the country, either in a dealership or in a one of our Allied's locations. And we, with that in mind, we'll be able to do them more often.
Exactly.
We can do 1 a month, we can do 5 a month. It doesn't really matter as long as we have the locations available and the people that want to attend. That's the key. If people want to come, we'll create the events.
And there was such a huge demand for this one.
Crap.
So whenever this was first discussed, actually, Shasta made a post in a couple of local groups, and they're just with the broad idea of if we did some type of get together regionally, who would be interested and where would you want it? And there was hundreds of comments within hours on those posts. It's a demand. Women want to be surrounded by other supportive women. They want to be empowered. They want to grow. They want to learn. And it's just a matter of finding where and finding the resources of how that they don't have. And this is perfect for those women that don't get sent to the bigger conferences. If you think a lot of women in the BDC don't get to go to these bigger conferences to learn and network with everybody else and to learn what all's out there. And this is the perfect solution to that.
Absolutely. And we actually have hand raisers already all around the country. It's truly amazing. And we just have to schedule them and get people out there.
Right.
You know, and having you all joining us, everybody's like, yes, you know, Kansas City is going to be fun. We're going to have such a great time in Kansas City. You know, the NCM location is gorgeous.
Yes.
The people are fantastic.
Yes.
Super. VinQ. I mean, anyone that hasn't met Angela from VinQ,
she is a must meet. If you were at NADA, make sure you stop by VinQ's booth and meet Angela in person.
my
She
God.
is so wonderful.
I love her.
She is welcoming. She will embrace you. She is a wonderful human.
Probably greet you with a hug.
She will. She's great.
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Absolutely.
So there has been tremendous support around this WIA Social. And for everybody listening right now, the WIA Social is in Kansas City on March 6th. And we are so excited about it. If you are in the Kansas City area, we encourage you to attend this. You will not want to miss it.
Even if you're a couple hours away, we're driving up from Joplin. So.
We are. We have people coming in from Illinois, Nebraska.
You're flying in.
Yeah.
I'm coming in from Dallas.
Yeah. So it's exciting. Something you mentioned in talking about that is the WIA membership.
Oh yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more on that and how people and women and men together can join and be a member of Women in Automotive?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. So keep in mind, this is a work in process because we did just buy the company. I mean, 2 years seems like a long time, but
it's not.
It's not.
And the automotive industry changes rapidly.
Right. The one thing we have moved to is a membership base. You can peruse all of our content. You can sign up for our newsletter, come to our events, things of that nature. However, the one thing you can do to be supported and to support Women in Automotive is join our membership. We call it our community, the Women in Automotive community. The big thing is my pastor has always said, you're only as strong as the community you belong to. People hear me say that all the time. So we have named our membership the Women in Automotive community. It is a private community. It is a login community. Behind our, as I call it, wall, we have a lot of things for our members to take advantage of. We have individual members, we have dealership members, we have allied members, the companies that support us. We are based on mentorship. So we offer a mentorship program. I wouldn't be where I am today without my business coach. It's one of the things that our company, our group, our board members strongly feel they need to give back is mentorship. So we have a very extensive group of mentors, and we encourage others to join our mentorship board. However, a lot of people can't afford the group or the business coaches that we've had. I was blessed. My company paid for it. I no more could have afforded the business coach I had, but it got me where I am.
Right.
So we do offer a mentorship program. It is a nominal fee for the year. It is a 1-year commitment. You can find all these prices on our website. However, we don't believe that if we just simply give it away, other than in scholarships, that people will attend because they waste time sometimes, or they don't make the time and show up. It's not that they don't want it. It's not that they don't appreciate it. They just don't put the priority on things when they don't have to pay for it.
Right.
So that is why we do actually charge for some things. Our community, however, if you went to our first year conference last year in Dallas, or you're coming to this year, your first year of community membership is included. We threw it in.
I love that.
This year, because it's our 10-year anniversary, and we're going to do a lot of really fun, crazy things. We're so excited. But in our community, we have career development. We have educational information. We have a newsletter that's tailored to our members, not just our regular newsletter that goes out to anyone that signs up. We have a good old-fashioned forum that's just now starting. It's not like LinkedIn or Facebook. You can't post pictures of your kids or your food, but you can actually do Q&A and ask questions.
Oh, cool.
I know, right? A good old-fashioned forum. Who knew?
Yeah.
Is it an app?
We're actually going to convert it to an app. But
Nice.
The forum, yes, you can get on an app, but it's just starting, so it's kind of bare. When y'all get in there, please start filling stuff out, because I'm sure people will ask you questions more than they ask me.
Yeah, that's
we
exciting.
also have a job board, which is really exciting. We've had a lot of jobs come through on our job board.
That's exciting. I see a lot of requests for jobs, and there used to be a company that kind of worked exclusively on that, matching dealers and partners to jobs, and they kind of went away this past year. And so it's exciting to have that, and especially for women, meeting up with a women-friendly place.
Well, yeah, our job board has been pretty exciting. We've had jobs from United Airlines.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had some jobs from a lot of industry companies, dealerships, places you wouldn't expect to come to us to post jobs. Cool. So, but we do keep that behind our wall, because some of our dealers get a little nervous that if we had a public job board, then maybe their members would get poached. And that's really a question that people say to me a lot. And I answer it the way my boss from my previous company used to answer. If my employees were not poachable, then maybe I'm not training them well enough to be good employees and valuable to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't want that to come across and sound callous, but they want to know their value.
Right.
They want to know that they're good, but they also want to know that I'm treating them well enough to stay.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, we run into the same thing where, where people get poached sometimes from other BDCs, and they'll tell us 100% like, hey, they tried to offer me a job and blah, blah, but I love you guys. I'm not going anywhere. So it's completely.
Absolutely. My boss used to always tell me, he goes, sure, let them offer you. That means you're valuable. That means you're good at what you do. I'm not afraid, because I know you're happy here.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's like, I was there 12 and a half years. I loved my job. I loved what I did. Yep. And the fact that he was so transparent with the way his attitude was, it worked out really well for me.
Right.
And it was good insight, because, he wasn't afraid somebody was going to steal me away.
Right.
He wanted me to know my value.
That's what we do for the women everywhere.
Exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be. 100%.
Yes.
So I want to hear a little bit more about your big event in May. Tell us all about how that's going down. Who is anticipated to be there? I know you're super excited about it. It's your 10-year anniversary. We want to hear more.
So our big event in May is going to be at the Cheyenne Mountain Resort in Colorado Springs. We are pretty much taking over the entire resort. It is absolutely gorgeous. Been there many times. It's up against the mountain, picturesque. It's a beautiful location. Y'all will be there.
Yes, we will.
That's going to be exciting. Mm-hmm. We have a few of our speakers have already been solidified.
Okay.
Robin Wilson will be there.
Yay!
I know her
just a little bit.
Yep, I think you might know her.
She might be right outside the door right now, actually.
One of my all-time favorite humans on the planet. Martha Rader will be speaking. Katie Mayers will be speaking. Bobby Heron will be speaking.
Love her.
Yep.
We have a few surprises. Like we do. We will have, I believe, close to 40 speakers.
Wow.
Throughout the entire event. Awesome. We will be doing yoga with Katie Mayers again.
Nice.
In those early morning, beautiful, picturesque mountain scenes. Ooh. It will not be me. I'm not a morning person. But it will be happening again.
Cool. That's exciting.
We also, just like last year we did a self-defense seminar. This year we will be doing a self-defense class.
Nice. Ooh, awesome.
It's going to be pretty exciting. We will be coordinating again with Dress for Success. So that was pretty exciting. If anyone saw the pictures from last year, we gave away about a big bag. I mean, it was a bag big enough to hold 3 of us. I think all 3 of us would have fit in this bag. It was about a 5-foot tall bag. I think it said it was 200 gallons of clothing, business clothing for Dress for Success. And we gave away quite a bit of money as well, donated quite a bit of money to Dress for Success. We will be doing that again.
Wow.
Only this time we're going to be putting it out more in advance so everyone is aware that they can bring clothes with them if they'd like.
That's exciting.
I
know.
It really is. We love it. You know, everyone's business travelers these days, typically they can bring an extra duffel bag or something on the plane with them, clean out your clothes, do that spring cleaning. That's what I did. I got rid of a lot. You know, that COVID-20 just kind of made it real easy for me to clean out my closet.
Yeah. Oh, it did. It did. No, that's super awesome. I'm so excited. I'm excited that this will be my first Women in Automotive event, and I'm really, really excited to attend.
I thought you'd been to more.
No, because I didn't even go to my first digital dealer until the first one after COVID.
Oh.
And that was my first conference that I went to. So I'm excited to attend Women in Auto.
It's funny you say that. We had 86% first timers last year.
Whoa.
That's huge. Do you know what you guys are expecting this year?
I'm not sure, but
Okay.
we'll find out.
That's so exciting.
It's such a great event. We
makes
just
my
are
heart
so excited for it.
Like, that's all the validation you need to be like, I am doing the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing this. Our vision is coming to life. That's so amazing. That's got to be such a wonderful feeling for you, Veronica.
It is. You know, it's just it's something that I love giving back. And we absolutely love what we do. You know, we have such an amazing board of directors and volunteers that come and help with the event. And it's just so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we're going to be in the mountains this time is just even better. You know, the one thing we forgot, we're going to be doing a contest for our theme. Our theme for this event is championing change.
Yes.
So that contest is going to be put out today or tomorrow on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, IG. I'm terrible at social media. I'm sorry. We want people to submit what championing change means to them in drawing form. Because
I missed that the first time. I thought it was just like a statement.
I did too. That's hilarious.
Well, both, because I mean, it's going to be a t-shirt.
Oh, that's right. That is so awesome.
I can't even draw stick people, so I need somebody else to do it.
I'm not stupid. My husband into this one. He's an artist.
I'll tag Trin.
I mean, this would be great. Well, see, and Shasta, if you win, you can donate your free ticket to whoever you can either give it away as a scholarship or you can donate it to somebody else.
Ooh,
because
nice.
Whoever wins it gets a free pass.
That's so awesome.
Awesome. That is really cool. I love that idea. That's so creative.
It's original.
Yes.
Like I don't see that happening with any other conference.
Well, we want to be able to make sure people are more at ease and be casual. And depending on the weather, it might be a sweatshirt, not a t-shirt. I'm not really sure, but we're definitely good. I think it'll be fun. And
it's going to be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not the designing type. So
it'll be fun. It's going to be so much fun.
So
I always tell people I only do stick people because I lost in Hangman.
That's me. I can't barely do sick people. They're not oh my God, what's the word? Even on both sides.
Symmetrical?
Thank you. Completely lost that word. So what is the best way for people listening to get involved in Women in Automotive and get involved in the conference and moving forward, being a part of the cause?
They can go to our website at womeninautomotive.com. If you'd like to come to the conference or be a sponsor, the website, or specifically for the conference, it's womeninautomotive.com/conference.
Perfect.
Easy enough. And we'll have that in the information for the episode as well.
We are super excited, Veronica. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've been so excited about this episode for so long now, but we're excited that it was finally able to happen, that we were able to get you on the show. And where can people reach you if they want to reach out to you?
It's really difficult. It's Veronica@womeninautomotive.com.
There we go. And we will include that as well in the
info.
Yeah. All right, guys, without further ado, we'll go ahead and wrap up now. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, because you never know what battle someone else is facing this week. So whenever you go out into the world, remember to light it up. I am Jess.
I'm Shasta.
And that's Veronica. And we've been the Chicks in Charge. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.